You know it's that time of the year.
GTA.
All right, well, guys,
Teasers, trailers, and most importantly, gameplay. Yo, what's good? You already know I'm Kenwall, and it's showcase season. Starting at the end of May, the biggest publishers and developers share what they've been cooking up, providing updates on very anticipated games and wild reveals. Even though the big three haven't said anything yet, come on, we know they hosting something. Before, it used to be a lot more organized because we had E3. Everybody showed up to that. But we already poured one out for it, gave it its last thoughts and prayers, and now we stepping into a new era. We of course have Summer Games Fest on June 7th. This is the Jeff Keighley hosted show that we will see some of the other big publishers and studios show up to, as well as Ubisoft Showcase on June 10th. You're gonna need to brace yourself these next couple of months because there's gonna be news flying at you everywhere. There's gonna be things that you missed, things you didn't see coming, or it could be the exact opposite. We've all seen some trash showcases. You never know what you're gonna get. That's why I say expect the unexpected. So without any delay, let's begin today's video. Before we begin, allow me to give you a friendly reminder to like this video, and if you end up enjoying it here at my channel, know that I keep you up to date with the latest open world game news, superhero games, and video essays like the one you're watching today. Other links in the description box below. Thanks, crew. As we gear up for the showcases, I'll be releasing a series of videos to keep you in the loop about each showcase. I'll be revealing all the details that you need to know, the timing, the games to look out for, and industry insights. First up, we're diving into Ubisoft Showcase. Let's talk about the games that are likely to make an appearance. We got Xdefiant, Star Wars Outlaws, Assassin's Creed Red, and The Division Heartland. Oh my god, how could I forget? Just Dance 2025. Xdefiant is yet another, they keep beating a dead horse and not getting it that we don't like these games, attempt at a free-to-play first-person shooter. Recently, this COD Junior was hit with some development woes. Insider Gaming uncovers how bad leadership, buggy netcode, and an obsession with Call of Duty are causing chaos. The labeled Boys Club has been pushing teams to the brink due to them constantly changing design. Years in, and its netcode is still a problem, which was preventable since the team mentioned it early in development. Adding new things that needed to be built from scratch, changing approved designs, ignoring warnings. That's ridiculous. This can't be a good look for Ubisoft, but that's the status quo, it seems like, because apparently this happens at almost every single one of their studios. So after everything I just said, doesn't it seem like the game wouldn't show up? I can't fault you there, but it actually emphasizes the importance. The report by Tom Henderson does detail a glimpse into what's going on with the timetable. Like I said, the game is still scheduled for this year, and most recently they had a network test. Showing gameplay for this game would bring attention back on it, and since it's free to play, you do have the liberty to just keep spamming the shit out of it in every showcase, similar to what Xbox does with Sea of Thieves. Hey you! Yeah, you! Are you really about to take this video off right before we start talking about Assassin's Creed Red?
That's what I thought. No, that's what I thought.
Assassin's Creed Red, for some, this is the highly anticipated Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan. Ubisoft Quebec will be taking the lead on this one, which is the same team behind Odyssey. Red will be the future of open world RPG games on Assassin's Creed, and it will be the first to release on Infinity, which is a platform that hosts multiple Assassin's Creed games and experiences. Simply, the appearance of this game boils down to a financial report, suggesting it is expected to release by March 2025, so we can expect an October or November release date. That's all for the official information, but let's sweeten the pot with some insider whispers. Codename Red will feature two protagonists, Naoi and Yasuke. Yes, the Yasuke, the first non-Japanese samurai. The game plans to explore parts of his true saga, but will venture into new territories. Naoi steps into the role as a shinobi, while Yasuke will serve as a samurai. Stealth is a main priority in this game, which is a very welcome change, especially since this design was completely overshadowed with the open world RPG elements. I'll cap it here though to keep some secrets under wrap until June 10th. If you want more and are a fiend, then go ahead and check out Insider Gaming. Now on to Star Wars Outlaws, the only game that has a release date in this category. In this Star Wars meets GTA, you play as outlaw scoundrel Kay Vess and attempt to pull off a daring heist. With an expected release on August 30th and the last gameplay revealed nearly a year ago, it's time we get a fresh look. Personally, I want to see the open world. Just that. Sure, escaping a base on a speeder amidst a flurry of stormtroopers is thrilling, but was that just a well-scripted sequence? Let's see how the various gangs affect the world. Let's see if there's really activities to do in space. Anyways, the game will be here in a couple months, so we'll see if Star Wars Outlaws can truly deliver on its promise of an immersive, dynamic Star Wars universe. Last game that I'm confident in is The Division Heartland. Don't kick yourself, I had a hard time remembering this one too. Announced in 2021, the official description reads, The Division Heartland is a free-to-play, PvEVP focused survival action shooter set in the mysterious rural town of Silver Creek. This game was rated in Taiwan last November, which suggests it could come this year, but no information has come out since. Of course, the one and only Tom Henderson provided an update saying that the game did go through some changes and there will be some type of update soon. It has almost been 3 years since the original announcement, and again, it's been rated, so it seems ready in some type of capacity. Like I said earlier, it's a free-to-play game. You know what these publishers are going to do. They're going to keep spamming the shit out of it until those servers get cut. All in all, I think. No, scratch that. No more I think. I know that Assassin's Creed Red, Star Wars Outlaws, Xdefiant, and The Division Heartland will be at this year's Ubisoft showcase. Well, it's time to move on to our next category. These are the games I'm not willing to bet on, clearly. These are the 50-50, the ones that I think will cause the most excitement in the showcase. We're gonna start with something crazy. Are you ready? Ghost Recon. First, it's been 4 years since the last game, so it seems about time we're ready for a new one. Second, there was a big leak that talked about when the new game might be coming out. And third, well, I don't have a third. You know, it just sounds better when you have three things. Project Over will be the next mainline Ghost Recon game, and it will be set during the fictional Namian War. It will take inspiration from many tactical first-person shooter games like Ready or Not, Battlefield, Squad, and more. Insider Gaming was provided footage and noticed that the graphics did look really good. Most importantly, at the end of this report, it says that they are targeting a 2025, 2026 release date. You see, I'm not crazy. It does seem realistic that we would get some type of reveal for this game, or it could not, because if it does target a 2026 release, it could just wait another year. I must give them credit because Ubisoft does take care of their IPs, like this next one we're going to talk about. In December of 2021, Ubisoft announced the Splinter Cell remake. It will be headed by Ubisoft Toronto, which is known for Rayman. Unlike the other games, there's not much to report on, which does give credence to all you naysayers, but when have we known Ubisoft not to pull the trigger on something too early? Damn. I expect a trailer, not full of gameplay. One of those cinematic hiring trailers. You see, Splinter Cell reminds gamers today that Ubisoft wasn't always like this, like how we know them right now. They were very creative back in the day, but we know money messes things up. So I think a lot of people are very excited with this remake, especially the people that grew up on Ubisoft back in the day. I think this would do wonders for Ubisoft themselves, because recently we know they're always doing something that people just don't like. So that's why I'm 50-50 on Splinter Cell. Now, to end things, we've all taken shots in the dark. We've had wishful thoughts that deep in our minds we know aren't gonna go through, but at the same time, you don't want to have that negative energy. You don't want that. You just want good vibes. but still, it ain't happening. But it's nice to think of. Now, the first one I'm gonna go with is Prince of Persia Remake. It has been close to 4 years since the reveal, and even though the new game flopped, it was being talked about. So why not continue on that momentum? Oh, yeah, there's no way this game is showing up. They changed developers last May and restarted the project according to a new report. It ain't all bad though. The studio passed an internal milestone, and since everything is being built from scratch, there will be new animations, new mocap, a graphical overhaul, and more. Kind of sounds like they weren't making a remake from the beginning, because that is what a remake entails. What is going on? Massive Entertainment is the only ones that have their heads on straight, at least it seems, which shouldn't be hard since they had to release 2 games a year apart from each other. It would be wild if they double dipped and announced The Division 3. Massive Entertainment announced this via Twitter, so a CG trailer, I mean, could be possible. Today though, it's better to just wait it out until you have something substantial to show. And even though I was flaming Ubisoft earlier in the video about doing that, very recently, especially with Avatar's Frontiers of Pandora and Star Wars Outlaws, they waited until they were a year out. So maybe they'll change things. The Division 3 probably just started pre-production, so it's very unlikely. Just like Beyond Good and Evil 2. You thought I was gonna forget about that? I know you did. I know this whole video were like, he's gotta bring up Beyond Good and Evil 2. When is he gonna bring up Beyond Good and Evil 2? Well, now I did, and I'm not even gonna talk about it because I really can give 2 shits about Beyond Good and Evil 2. That development is crazy. Isn't it the longest game in development, beating Duke Nukem? How is this possible? Anyways, that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and get ready because it's showcase season. Next video is gonna be PlayStation because that's the one I'm most excited about. I'm always most excited about. You can call me Sony Pony, I don't care, but the banger is gonna be coming, and you gotta stay tuned. So peace, have a good one, and I'll see you guys soon.